Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to online biology class. NSBI Padamtara Purvabhasha School and College. Dear students, hope you are fine. This is Salmakta Sweetie. Today I am going to discussing some cell organelles from chapter 2. And their structure and functions will be discussed. At first, an important organelle that is plastid. Plastids are spherical, that is round, discolloidal or fibrous double membrane organelles found in plant and algae. So they are not found in animals. They are unique characteristics of plant and algae. They are the second largest organelle. And the term plastid was coined by W. Schimfer in 1883. There are three types of plastid. Leucoplast. The word Greek leuco means white. So where there is leuco, that will resemble white something. And leucoplasts are actually colorless and found in seed cells and root cells. What is their function? Their function is to synthesize and store food. They store starch in amyloplast, and those plastid store starch, they are called amyloplast. Those plastid store oil and fat, they are called ileoplast, and those plastid store fatty acid and amino acids is called aleuroplast. Second one is chromoplast. Greek chroma means color. So those plastids are colorful are called chromoplast, and colorful plastid except green colored are called chromoplast. They were found in flowers, seeds, roots and fruits, all the colorful organs of plants. Their function is to attract pollinators and dispersal agent. You already know about pollination, and pollination to happen, some agents are needed to spread pollen from flower to flower, and those are called pollinators. And chromoplast attracts the pollinators to the flower, and so they come to the chromoplast and goes to other flower, and thus pollination occurs. And seed to be dispersed from the plant to other place to grow new plants, such like birds. They eat the fruits and take them away from place to other place, and thus dispersal occurs. Third one and the most important one is chloroplast. Chloro means green, and the green colored part of plants are fully of chloroplast, and they occur in leaves, tender stems and fruits when they are green. What is their function is to production of food by photosynthesis. So let's know the structure of chloroplast. A typical chloroplast of higher plants consists of membrane. They are double membrane organelle, and there is an outer membrane and inner membrane, and some space between the membrane that is intermembrane space. But these membranes are not composed of phospholipids. They are composed of glycosyl glyceride. Stroma or matrix. The fluid or the liquid portion of something is the matrix, and the matrix of chloroplast is also referred as stroma. So the watery colloidal protein rich substance inside the inner layer contains starch and fat granules, enzymes, RNA, DNA, and ribosomes is the matrix. So these portions are the matrix, and there is ribosomes, smaller, sometimes chloroplast DNA, thylakoid. These are three-dimensional arrangement of membrane-bound vesicles. So you are seeing some folded membrane here. These are the thylakoids. Grana. Stalks of thylakoid. So you are seeing some stalks are arranged upper to lower, and each of the stalks are referred as grana or singular granum. There can be 40 to 60 grana per chloroplast. Stroma lamellae. You are seeing here these membranes are somewhat connected to each other by other membranous structure, and these tubes are called stroma lamellae. So they interconnects the grana. Now we will know about mitochondria. Mitochondria is a double membrane bound organelle found in cytoplasm of eukaryotic cell. Mito means thread and chondrion means granule-like. They are seen as thread-like, and that's why they are called mitochondrion. They were first observed by Richard Artman. The term mitochondria was coined by Carl Benda in 1898. Mitochondria are responsible for conversion of nutrients into energy, yielding molecule ATP to fuel the cell activities. The function known as aerobic respiration is the reason mitochondria are frequently referred as the powerhouse of the cell, because they yield fuel or energy as ATP, by which process aerobic respiration you have known in chapter 4. And physical structure of mitochondria. The parts of the physical structure include two membranes, so an outer membrane and inner membrane. Outer membrane, this is the inner membrane, but inner membranes are folded and these folded regions are called cristae. The outer and inner membrane are phospholipid membrane. They are composed of phospholipid, and their function is to pass different substance from mitochondria to the cytoplasm or cytoplasm to mitochondria. And there is cristae, and the inner fluid jelly are the matrix as well. And the intermembrane space or periplasmic space is the space between two membranes. This inner membrane contains some units for energy production. Anaerobic respiration occurs in the inner membrane. So, the functions of mitochondria. The major function is aerobic respiration. Mitochondria uses complex molecules and oxygen to produce a higher energy molecule known as ATP. Mitochondria are more abundant in the cell that contain a lot of energy. For example, our muscle cells. Synthesis of mitochondrial DNA, RNA, protein bring about gene expression through gene duplication, transcription, translation. Site for several metabolic reactions. The outer membrane. In the outer membrane, oxidation of some things. On the inner membrane, there is oxidative phosphorylation, and by which ATP is produced. In the matrix, the Krebs cycle occurs. Other function is to production of heat, and they have a role in apoptosis, that is cell death, synthesis of estrogen and testosterone hormone, and they have a role in cholesterol metabolism and some role in hemosynthesis or iron synthesis in our body. Now we will know about lysosomes. Lysosomes are spherical or round organelles that contain enzymes. They have some acid hydrolases, and they break up food so it is easier to digest. They are found in animal cells, while in eastern plants the same roles are performed by lighted vacuoles. The size of lysosome varies from 0.1 to 1.2 micrometer. Some important enzymes found in lysosomes include lipase, which digest lipids, amylase, which digest carbohydrates, proteases, which digest proteins, nucleases, which digest nucleic acids. All these hydrolytic enzymes are produced in the endoplasmic reticulum and to some extent in cytoplasm, and are transported and processed through the Golgi body to make a lysosome inside a cell. You can see a lysosome. There are also membrane bound organelles, and so there is membrane, and inside the membrane many enzymes, and the membrane and enzymes composes the lysosome. They have important functions. They are called suicide bags because the enzyme inside the lysosome are very powerful, and if they are released in the cytoplasm, the cell will die, and this process is called autophagy. Lysosomes act as cells' garbage disposal system. They are used for digestion of macromolecules from phagocytosis. This phagocytosis, you might know that phagocytosis is ingestion of other dying cells or larger extracellular material or germs. And after phagocytosis, the germs or the waste materials are broken down into pieces by the lysosome and are released. So they clean the garbage of the cell. They are called polish force of the cell because they pick up foreign invaders such as bacteria or other germs and kill them. And another process is endocytosis. By endocytosis, they break down foods. Here you can see in the endoplasmic reticulum, enzymes are synthesized and they are passed to Golgi bodies, and from where the Golgi bodies enzymes are released and they are membrane bound and form a lysosome. And these lysosomes, inside the lysosome, these are food particles or invading food particles, and these food particles are ingested by the lysosome, ingested by food vacuole, and the lysosome attaches with the food vacuole, releases enzymes, and foods are broken down into pieces, and the waste materials will discarded. By this process, lysosomes act in the cell. So this is all for today. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Thank you all.